JV girls matchup as we have the Somers Tuskers taking on JohnJay. This is JV girls and exciting matchup as the teams get ready. They're out. I'm Benny Silk. I'll be joined on and off by Jaden Ferry. There may very well also be another guest coming later in the broadcast. So we are off. And right away, JohnJay going down the court finds number 11 to number 2. Going up for the basket and stolen by number 1 of the Tuskers. Number 1 of the Tuskers now with the ball. Number 1 Sabanash. Now to number 12. Number 12 to number 5. Up for the basket, and it's gonna go in. So Tuskers getting the first 2 points on the board for today's game. Number 11, JohnJay finds number 24. And a rebound, but now taken by Somers. Somers, number 11 of Harris. Dribbling down the court. Now 23 for Somers. 23 of Forbes. And for all that, it will be JohnJay's ball. So number 11 throwing it out for JohnJay. This is number 11 of Mardon. And it's going to be stolen by the Tuskers. Number 23 finds number 5 to number 12. Up for the basket, and it's going to go in. And a 3 to start off. The Tuskers are up early, 5-0. Dribbling down the court. Number 2 going up for the basket. Number 23 takes it for Somers. Now going down the court for Somers. We got 23 going up for the basket, and it goes in. Number 23 of Floors. Throws it back out there. Number 24 to number 15. Back out, and play is called. Whistle is called. Stolen by number 2. By number 15. Back number 2. Back to 10. Up for the 2, and it hits the backboard. No good. So now number 23 with the ball, Forbes. Number 12. 12 finds 11, touches it, and it's going to roll out of bounds. So 11 throws it out for JohnJay. Throws it to number 2. Up. Number 24 takes it for JohnJay. Somers currently up 7-0. And it goes out of bounds. It will be Somers' ball. Never mind, it's going to be JohnJay's ball as number 1 for JohnJay is going to throw it back in of Tempton. So now on for the free throws for JohnJay. We got number 24, the number 20, got number 34 of McCants. Yes, there was no 24 on the roster. McCants' first free throw, no good. Second one goes up, and it goes in, and JohnJay is on the board. 7-1 is the score. There we go. Back to 12. Going up for the Tuskers. It's no good. Taken back by JohnJay on that play. It was Goulart for the play for the Tuskers. But JohnJay rebounds, and they're going to get the basket, making it a 7-3 game. There goes Forbes. Forbes going. Forbes finds the 5 of Mullins. Back to Forbes. Back to Mullins. Mullins to 23 of Forbes. And they run out of time, so it's going to be JohnJay's. Yeah, especially a foul, so it's going to be JohnJay's ball. So 10 throws it to 11. Finds 2. Back to 11. Going up for the basket, and it goes in. Making it a 7-5 game. There goes Mullins dribbling down the court. Going, rolling. Number 11. Back to 12. Going up the basket, and it's going to be no good. So now on for the free throw. They're going to call it a free throw. Free throw. Number 12 for Somers of Goulart. First one does not go in. Now Goulart on for our second free throw. The second one goes up, and it goes in. Ball to number 10, finds 15. And now it's going to be Soma's ball. And subbing in is number 33 and subbing out number 15. Number 33 not on the roster for JohnJay, but Mullins dribbling down the court. Number 23, there goes Mullins. Mullins finds Sabash. Up for the 3, and it's going to go in. So now with the ball, number 11 to 10, JohnJay, 33 up, and it's no good. So now it is a 11-5 game, and throwing it back in, number 23 for Somers of Forbes. Forbes up for the basket. Number 12 of Goulart gets it for the Tuskers. 13-5, Tuskers pulling away early. Finds 11, going up for the basket. Hits the rim, does not go in. But JohnJay able to cover 2 up for the basket. Number 2 no good, but 24 able to get it. No, she does not. So now it's going to be 2 free throws, as they call whistles there. First free throw is up, hits the back of the rim, and it will not go in. Now up for her second free throw. The second one will go in for number 24 for JohnJay. And there are some subs being made right now. Looks like for JohnJay, but now with the ball we have Forbes. Forbes finds Goulart. There goes Goulart. Goulart to Harris. Now the ball, Forbes. Forbes finds Harris. And touching it is Goulart, but it will roll out of bounds. Now throwing it back in is Mullins for the Tuskers. There goes Mullins. Going up for the 3. And it's going to be rebound. He's going to be taken by JohnJay. No good. And up the basket, number 33 of JohnJay. It goes up and it goes in. Now it's Harris. Finds Forbes to Goulart. Touched by 24 and it goes out of bounds. So should be Soma's ball. Foul whistle did blow, so yes, and it looks like it will be Soma's ball. number 23 of Forbes, throwing it back in to Mullen. Mullins to Goulart. Back to Forbes. Mullins up for the three. No good. Taken by number 22 of JohnJay. John 22 trying to figure out what to do with the ball, getting it down the court to number 11. Going up for the basket, hits the rim, no good, but rebounds and gets the basket. It's a 13-10 game. We're all close. Now going down the court. Going back. For a basket taken by number 33. 33 with the ball to 22 of JohnJay. And whistled called. Looks like they're gonna, we'll see whose ball it is. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Somers' ball as Forbes is gonna throw it back in. There goes Forbes, back to Mullins. Mullins with the ball. Now Harris, back to Mullins. Mullins going up, it's gonna be blocked, stolen by number 23 of JohnJay. Not able to be caught. Now the ball, it's Mullins. Somers able to get the ball back. Now with the ball. So it's going to be the Tuskers' ball. So Harris is going to throw it back in for the Tuskers. Finds Mullins to Goulart. Back to Mullins. Up for the three, and it will not go in. But now going down the court for JohnJay, number 22. Hits the backboard, does not go in. Now going down the court, it's JohnJay. Welcome back. Just currently having technical difficulties with the sound on local live, but we're up and running now. Now 23 of JohnJay with the ball. Passes to 22, up for the basket. It goes in, and JohnJay is going to take the lead as the first quarter is coming to an end. That was a fast first quarter. We got a football score at the end of the first quarter. It's JohnJay up 14-13. We're all knotted up. We got another close one on our hands, and we will be right back after a commercial break. Watch the Soma Sports broadcast, where we break down the world of sports.
Back, he throws. There's two defenders on the tight end.
Interview guests.
Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
Predict upcoming sport games.
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
Debate sports.
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports.
Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
And much more.
A fumble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nikki Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports broadcast. You could find them on YouTube. Soma Sports broadcast. And yeah, so now we're gonna head back All right, so welcome back from the commercial break, and to get started, it's gonna be Harris throwing it in. Harris throwing it in for Somers to number 12, dribbling it down the court. 12 with the ball, finds Mullins. Mullins going. Goes to number 1 of Tempson. And number 1 on Somers of Shabash. And up for the basket. Does not go in, hits the wog side of the rim. It's no good for Wone. Now Somers up for the free throws. First free throw is up, and it's gonna go in. Now going on for the second free throw. And it's gonna go up, and it's gonna go in. So now throwing it back in. Number 1 with the ball for JohnJay. Finds number 11, back to 23. Going up to the hoop. It's no good. No good. Misses it again. So Mullins tries to steal it for Somers, but JohnJay able to recover. 22 attempts the three, and it does not go in. 15-14 is your current score as Mullins and the Tuskers are working their way down the court. And they're going to throw the ball out of bounds. And now, right at that spot, JohnJay will be taking over. Number 23, Tavetti, is going to be throwing it in. Now throwing it back in, 23-22. Back to number 5, to number 11. Back to 1, and stolen by. Now Mullins with the ball. Finds 23. Back up, it's Goulart. Goes around the rim, no good, and it's taken back by JohnJay. JohnJay now with the ball, number 22, finds number 11, back to number 22. Find number 13, goes to number 23 for JohnJay. Back to 13. And it's gonna just throw it out of bounds. And now, but whistle's called for the foul before, so now on for the free throw. It's gonna be number 23 for JohnJay. Number 23 are Tavetti. And now that it looks like they're switching it up, they're gonna be throwing it back in instead of shooting the free throws. Don't understand what happened there, but hits the backboard, no good, and it's taken by Mullins for the Tuskers. There goes Mullins dribbling down the court. Mullins finds Goulart. Goulart with the ball. There goes Goulart, and whistles are called. And it's going to be Somers' ball. So it's going to be Goulart throwing it back out for the Tuskers. Throwing it back out for the Tuskers. Goulart to 23 of Forbes. It's no good. And now going down the court, JohnJay up for the basket. 13 gets it for JohnJay. Down the court. Number 12 with the ball. Finds Mullins. There goes Mullins. Mullins to 20. Goes up, goes over the hoop, and it does not go in. Number 20 of Wone. So 11 is going to throw it back out there. Back to number 23. Blocked by 23. of Forbes by Somers, but JohnJay able to recover. 5 with the ball, shooting for the 2. It does not go in. Taken by Somers. Forbes dribbling down the court for the Tuskers, guarded by 23 of JohnJay. And it goes up and over the hoop. Now, number 12 of Goulart with the ball finds Mullins. Mullins going up, hits the rim, does not go in. And now it's going to be JohnJay who will be throwing it back in, number 11. Getting ready to throw it back in for JohnJay. To number 13. Finds number 23. To 20, but it's going to be Tuskers' ball. The Tuskers have the ball now. Going down is Forbes. And going up for the 2. Goulart does not get it. Not even close. The whistle is going to be blown, and it's going to be Mullins throwing it back in for the Tuskers. Mullins with the ball. Going up. No good. So number 11 throws it back out for JohnJay. Number 5. 5 tries to throw to 23, and it just goes out of bounds. So throwing it back in now is for the Tuskers is Forbes. Forbes dribbling down the court. Going up for the basket. Does not go in. And taken by, let's see what they call it. It looked like JohnJay had the ball from here. We'll see. It's going to be Tuskers' ball. So Mullins is going to throw it back into Forbes. Finds Goulart. Looks like we got them as the big 3. Back to number 23 of JohnJay. 5 of JohnJay going for number 2. 2 tries to shoot, blocked by Harris, and looks like they get ready for another free throw here. So shooting it. Now they're switching it up. So now they're not doing a free throw, they're going to be throwing it back in. Yeah. Changing up their minds again here as they go back into free throw position with number 2 going up with free throws. First free throw is up, goes around the rim, and no good for JohnJay. Now, second free throw, number 2. It goes up, and it's going to go in. JohnJay up by 2. There goes Goulart. Goulart to Harris. Finds number 1. Now up, it's Mullins. And Mullins gets the 3 for the Tuskers. 11 with the ball of JohnJay to number 2. Back to number 5. Up for the basket. Hits the back of the rim. Does not go in. And it goes up. Bounces off the rim. Does not go in. So first throw is up, goes off the rim, and it's no good. And the second throw goes up, and it's going to be good this time. Now going down the court, we got Goulart who throws it out of bounds. Now JohnJay is gonna be taking over. Number two of Ruby, Kalish is gonna be throwing it back in. Dribbling down the court, number 11 to 2. Finds number 15. There goes 23 open, but goes to number 11. Back to number 2 of Kalish. Going up, no good. Does not get the basket, and we are all knotted up at 18 as number 10 is going to sub in for number 11 of JohnJay. All knotted up at 18 with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left. Number 2, the ball goes on top of the basket, does not go in. Here goes Harris. Harris finds Goulart. Back to Harris. To number 23 of JohnJay. It's no good. Ball goes under. Going up for the basket, and it's going to go in. JohnJay gets the basket there. To Mullins. Mullins with the ball. Cool thing about Shira Mullins is she is currently in 8th grade, and as an 8th grader has moved up to the JV high school team, so very impressive. And also one of the stars out here tonight, so very cool thing. And now looking at this list, Emma Forbes is also an 8th grader, so we got 2 8th grader stars on this team, something I find really interesting. So Goulart touches it, and then it's going to go out of bounds. So with 2:32 left, it's going to be throwing it back in. Number 23 finds Forbes finds Mullins, 2 8th graders. Now number 1 with the ball to number 23. 23 going. Tries to do a Mahomes type of pass. Goes up, shot clock at 9, and it's going to be taken by JohnJay as it does not get close. Number 2 going up for the basket, and it goes in! And JohnJay will add 2 more to the scoreboard. And you hear the excitement of the crowd with that on JohnJay's side of thing. Pretty packed crowd for JohnJay in addition to Somers tonight. And now on is 1 free throw shot as they got the 2-pointer shot before the basket. So 1 free throw shot for JohnJay. We have number 2 in there. Number 2 of Kalish. And it does not go in. So now dribbling down the court, we have number 23 of Forbes. There goes Forbes trying to find someone open. Passes to Mullins. Mullins going up for the basket. It goes over the hoop and does not go in. So Forbes is up for a first free throw. It will go in. Now on for her second free throw. It goes up and it goes through. So now making it a 2-score game. Somers just down by 2. 24 dribbling down the court for goes 24 back to 23. Back to 24 now. After all that, 24 able to recover. 23 with the ball. Finds number 15. Some type of foul called there, and it's gonna be a travel violation. So it's going to be Forbes throwing it back in. Finds Mullins, back to Forbes. Dribbling down the court. Going. Hard to tell who touched it last. Let's see what they call it. So throwing it back in now is number 12 of Goulart. So Goulart is going to throw it back in. And hard to tell who got it. They may call this a jump ball. Let's see. But, you know, yeah, in high school basketball, they haven't really done jump balls besides the start of the game. So 23 is going to throw it back. Looks like they gave it to JohnJay there. 23 to number 2. Dribbling down the court. Finds number 15. Finds number 10. But it hits the ground. She's able to pick it up. 23 up for the 3. Hits the backboard. Hits the rim, but does not go in. A rebound. Try to get it again. Does not go in. Now rebounds again. Hits the rim. Does not go in. Now stolen by Somers. Goulart with the ball. Goes to Forbes. Dribbling down the court. There goes Forbes. Finds Goulart. Going up. And now number 2 with the ball. Back to Mullins. Mullins with the ball. Mullins going up. The side of the backboard does not go in. Now Mullins is going to throw it back in for the Tuskers. There goes Mullins to Goulart. Finds Goulart. Back to Mullins. Going up, trying to get the 3. Almost actually went in, but they're able to rebound the ball to get the 2. Now with the ball. And now it looks like it's going to be JohnJay's ball, throwing it back in. We're all knotted up at 22 currently. 23 finds 10. Back out to 15, going up. And folks, that is halftime, folks. And we will be right back after a commercial break. Watch the Soma Sports broadcast, where we break down the world of sports.
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
Interview guests.
Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
Predict upcoming sport games.
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
Debate sports.
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports.
Alex Bowman.
I think he could make it far. He's been impressive. And much more.
A fumble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify.
And welcome back to our halftime show. And it's been a pretty even half, as you can see on the scoreboard. We're all knotted up at 22. What a first half. And it really could be anyone's game. Similar to last game. I'm basically going to say a lot of similar stuff here. If you watch earlier stream of JohnJay Soma's Varsity Eagles basketball, it's going to come down right to the end. And you know it didn't last time. I think it's going to this time. And I think it's going to be the Tuskers who's going to take this one, and it's going to be a 46-45 buzzer beater win for the Tuskers. So now, but yeah, it's been a good game. And Jaden, what are your thoughts in the first half?
All right, so now a star player of the game I wanted to point out was Shay Mullins. Here I wanted to put some replays. So she scored 2 3-pointers today. That's the first one in. Early in the game is 8-5. And then scores 15-17. She brought it up with another 3-pointer there. So, and halftime, I think it was honestly a good battle. I think JohnJay is definitely a good opponent for Somers JV girls. Especially because, I mean, look at that score. It's exactly the same, both sides. I think it's definitely a fight for the win this time. And, yeah, some great attempts by the girls to shoot the ball, try to get in. There have been, like, JohnJay with 3 in a row not getting in, unfortunately. But, yeah, it's tight competition.
Yeah, and I just think impressive. There's been impressive players on both sides of the ball, and I think some impressive players. You gotta say Mullins, Forbes, very impressive in this half, and also I'm gonna add Goulart there. The big 3 for the Tuskers. It's impressive, but also what about number 22 and 23 of Tavetti for JohnJay? Let's also add in number 2 of Kalish. Just a few numbers that highlighted in the first half. Also number 11 of Mardern. And yeah, so before we head back to the second half, what do I think? What's gonna happen? Anything exciting? Good plays. What's the play of the half? Let's do play of the half. There's been so many. I think that Mullins 3-pointer was pretty good play. And yeah, good one. But we're gonna predict some NBA games coming up tonight, and there's some good ones coming up. And we have some currently. We actually only have 3 on tonight. We have Cavs versus 76ers, one of the best teams taking on one of the worst teams, and I think it's gonna be a no-brainer. Even though the Cavs are currently only winning by 1. The Cavs only winning by 1, but I think Cavs are gonna take this one, no problem. And then Hornets, Trailblazers, I think it's gonna be the Hornets who take this one, and then Grizzlies, Pelicans, I think it's gonna be the Grizzlies who take that one as well. A lot of good games tonight, and my power rankings for the NBA. We got Thunder at 1, Cavs at 2, Celtics at 3, Knicks at 4, Bucks at 5. Those are my top 5 power rankings, and I'll add the Grizzlies in at 6. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the second half. It's been pretty much even, and it's been an even first half, and I think it's going to come down right to the end. Hopefully it does. It would be cool to have a buzzer beater. But for now, yeah, let's talk about upcoming NFL playoff games. So we have Commanders and Eagles. And if you watched earlier broadcast, I'm just going to share my scores again for that. I think it's going to be Eagles who take it 27-16. And then for Chiefs-Bills this weekend, I think it's going to be Chiefs taking this one 26-21. Super Bowl, I have the Chiefs taking it 28-20 versus the Eagles. As much as I hate to say it, I think it's going to be the Chiefs who get it done. And now we have time for some sports trivia. Now let's bring Wolf Alive back on. So next up is our sports trivia section of the halftime show. In the last 3 minutes, I'm going to quiz you on questions, and then I'm going to tell you the answer. Let's see if you get it right. So, who played in Super Bowl 51? Yeah, was it the Patriots and Seahawks, Patriots and Falcons, Giants and Jets, or Broncos and Panthers? The correct answer is Patriots Falcons. Next question is, who played in Super Bowl 20? Is it the Bears and the Jets? Is it the Bears and the Patriots? Is it the Packers and the Patriots? Or is it the Jets and the Eagles? And the correct answer is going to be Bears Patriots. Super Bowl 20. Bears took that one. And it's exciting with the Super Bowl being so close. It's exciting. Also a shame as the NFL season is coming to an end. But halftime is going by, and yeah, we flew by the halftime show pretty fast in this one. And I'm excited to see what happens in the third quarter. Teams are back out to practice, and yeah, so we will be right back in a second. And welcome back. And as the teams get ready and warmed up for the second half, we're all knotted up. It was an even first half, and a great first half by Mullins and Forbes out of Somers, also Goulart, and then 22 and 23 playing pretty good from JohnJay's side of thing. Both teams have been able to do exactly what they needed to do, and these are even teams as they're all knotted up at 22. So the teams get ready, head back out. 8 minutes on the clock. And we're back. A cool fun fact is about high school basketball, something a little bit different from the NBA. It's 8-minute quarters instead of 12. But we're back. Here goes Goulart out. Finds number one. And it's going to be no good for number one of Somers of Samanash. 11 of JohnJay. 32. Going up for the three. Finds, and it's going to be taken by Mullins. Back to 22. Back to 11. 11, another good player that have been up there for JohnJay. And whistle is called. It's going to be Somers' ball. So we got Forbes throwing it back in for Somers. Finds Mullins. Mullins dribbling down the court. Finds Sabanash to Goulart. Now Goulart with the ball. And it's going to be thrown out of bounds. Goes out of bounds. Was it fouled before? Yes. Looks like whose ball are they going to give it to? We're actually going to get into free throw lineup. It was called before it went out of bounds, so it's going to be on for the free throws for the Tuskers. Tuskers. Number 12 of Goulart. Now Goulart on for a second free throw. Goes up, hits the back rim. It's no good. And goes out of bounds. We're still not up at 22. And now we have JohnJay player down. And let's hope she's okay. It looks like she's able to get up a bit now. Out comes help. And yeah, let's hope she's okay, as taking a second to get back up. And we will take a quick break here. Alright, so she gets back up, and now subbing in for number 32 is number 13. Player that got injured in the play is not on the roster. Number 13 coming in for JohnJay, also not on the roster. So 11 throws it out, 23 for JohnJay. Dribbling down the court, back to 11. Whistle's called. That's gonna make it. Whistle called. I don't know what the penalty was on there, but it's gonna be Somers' ball. It's gonna be Forbes throwing it back in. There goes Mullins dribbling down the court to Forbes. Forbes with the ball. Back to Mullins. Mullins going up to the baskets. No good. Whistle's called. Now he's going to throw it back out. 22 throws it out to 11. Dribbling it down the court. Back to number 22. Back to 11. Number 23 back to 11. Back to 13. Back to 23. Gets it towards the backboard. No good. And now going down the court, it's Forbes for the Tuskers. Forbes going. Owen taken by JohnJay. No points scored yet in this third quarter, as we're a minute 40 in. 22 throws to 11, finds 22. 11 finds 22, up for the basket. It's no good. Taken back by Somers. Forbes gets it back. Forbes finds Goulart. Goulart dribbling down the court. Tuskers offense. Goulart going. Hits it. Hits the backboard. Does not go in. And some coaching on the JohnJay side of things, as encouraging the team not to make it so easy for the Tuskers as they're dribbling down the court. 22 to 23. Back to 11. Back to 22. Back to 23. Finds 33. Going up! Did that go in? Yes, it did. 24 to 22 is the score. Dribbling down the court, it's Forbes. There goes Forbes. And it goes out of bounds.
With the owner of the Subaru parked in the driveway, license plate KWP 64.
We're back. Sorry about that interruption announcement on the PA system there. So it's going to be number 23 throwing it back in for the Tuskers of Forbes. So Forbes throws it back into Mullins. There goes Mullins. Dribbling it down the court. Goes up. And it's going to be stolen by JohnJay. JohnJay going down the court. Finds 23. Going up. No good. Back to 33. Goes back to 11. Back to 23. Back to 13. And it's going to be taken. Goes about out of bounds for touched by 23 of Somers, of Forbes, I believe, last. I don't know. It's going to be Somers' ball, regardless. So Forbes throws it back in for the Tuskers. Now to Mullins. There goes Mullins. Mullins going. Mullins going. Mullins on the back. Goes to Forbes. Harris also back in for the Tuskers. And Forbes goes up. It's no good. So JohnJay is going to recover. 11 going down the court. And whistle play is called dead. And it's going to be the Tuskers' ball once again. So throwing it back in is Forbes to Mullins. The two 8th graders, two key players on this team. There goes Mullins up for the basket. Rolls around, does not go in. Now they battle for it. Whistle's called. And it's going to be the Tuskers' ball. Now going. Got number 20, go to Mullins. Going up and rolls off basket, does not go in. Now Mullins is on for the free throws. Now 22 subbing out 2 of JohnJay. First free throw is up, and it is good. Now the second free throw is up. Bounces off, no good. So it's a 1-point game, JohnJay leading. Number 11 dribbling down the court. Finds number 2. 2 going. Back to 11. Finds number 2 again. Stolen by Mullins. Mullins dribbling down the court. There goes Mullins. Mullins going up. Blocked by number 23 of JohnJay. Ooh, get it back. JohnJay making their way down the court. Going up for the basket. Can't get it again. Somers tries to get it. They eventually do. But they're not able to save it before it goes out of bounds. So 11 is going to throw it back in for JohnJay. Up for the basket, does not go in. 20 throws it back out, finds number 1, dribbling down the court. Back to 12 of Goulart. Goulart finds number 20, back to number 1. It's been 5 minutes into this quarter already, and we've only seen a 2-1 game since halftime with JohnJay getting the 2. As it was 22-22, it's now 24-23, but it's going to be JohnJay who gets a basket there, adding 2 more to the scoreboard. So subbing. It's like we have 4. Wait. We have number 4 subbing in and number 11 subbing out. 2 stays in. So Forbes is going to throw it back in for the Tuskers. Finds Goulart. Goulart going. Taken back to number 20 to Harris. To Goulart. Going up for the basket and it goes in. Here's the points as Goulart gets it in for the Tuskers. Dribbling it down the court now, number 23 to number 2. Back to number 23, back to number 4, back to number 23. Number 1 tried to steal it there. but it's gonna go in. What a basket for JohnJay. Dribbling down the court now. We have number 12 of Goulart to Mullins. Mullins going up. Bounces off the rim, does not go in. Now 24 of JohnJay. Going back to 5, going up for the basket, and this one goes in for JohnJay. And the points are starting to pick up here towards the end of this third quarter. So now we got Forbes going down the court for the Tuskers. Tries to get it in, throw it to number 1, but number 1 is able to grab the ball before it goes out of bounds. Tuskers. Now it's Forbes with the ball, number 1 of Shabanash. Now Goulart throwing it up for the 3. It's gonna be short. Now number 2 throwing it back in for JohnJay. Dribbling down the court. 23 to 4. Back to 23. Back to 2. Back to 23. Up for the basket. It does not go in, but grabbed by number 23. Hits the rim, does not go in. And taken by number 1, Osabanash. But JohnJay able to get the ball back. JohnJay now with the ball again. 23 dribbling around. Passes it to 2. 5 throws it up, no good. 2 throws it up, and this one is gonna go in for JohnJay. JohnJay has taken a 7-point lead. Number 12 going up for the basket, no good. Now number 23. 23 dribbling down the court. Number 5. And it's gonna go in! And now JohnJay, similar to what happened in the earlier game, is pulling away in the third quarter. As we're now down to 8 seconds. Soma's not able to get a basket there, but able to steal it back. 3, 2, 1 for the 3 blocked. It was Sabinosh. Tried to throw a long 3 there, blocked by number 13. Probably wouldn't have made it anyway, as that was a long shot. And it's now a 34-25 game as we head into the fourth quarter. And in that third quarter, similar to the game earlier, the varsity game earlier, it was JohnJay in the third quarter who was able to dominate. And we will be right back after a quick commercial break. Now 10 is going to throw it back out to 22. Dribbling down the court. 22 finds 11. Back to 22. Back to number 10. Back to 22. Back to 11. Back to 15. Up, and it's going to be blocked by number 20. Now it's going to be Forbes who's going to throw it back in for the Tuskers. Finds number 12 of Goulart, dribbling down the court. There goes Goulart back to Forbes. To Mullins. Mullins. Up for the 3. Hits the backboard. Does not go in, but Harris able to grab it. JohnJay on Harris. Steals it, but that's going to be called a foul, I think. However, it's going to be Somers being able to shoot the free throws while getting the ball back. They're going to get the ball back there. So Mullins is going to throw it back in for the Tuskers. There goes Mullins. Going. And it's going to roll out of bounds, and JohnJay is going to take over. Dribbling down the court now, number 22. Taken by 23, back to 20 to 12. Back to 22. And so number 11 is going to throw it back in for JohnJay. Goes to number 22. Finds number 11. Back to 22. Back to number 10. To number 33. And now on for the free throws. Actually, they're going to be getting in free throw position, just throwing it back out. Going up for the basket, and it goes in. So now Mullins dribbling down the court. Fine. Now Harris with the ball for the Tuskers. And Goulart up. Gonna be no good. And now down for the Tuskers is 23 of Forbes, and hope she is okay as she's currently being checked on. She stands up and it looks to be okay. Being helped to the sideline by the staff and teammate of Harris. Very nice teammate there. But now back out there, Tuskers. We got Goulart, Harris, Mullins, and we got number 20 out there of Lone and number 1 of Sebenosh. Back we got number 12 going and just loses it as it rolls out of bounds and throwing it back in now. 11 throws it to 22. Dribbling down the court now, number 22. Back to 11. Finds number 1 back to Goulart. Going back. Now 11 back to 33. And it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to throw it back in. There goes Mullins dribbling it down the court for the Tuskers. And it is the JohnJay Wolves who are pulling away. Number 15, 33, up with the basket. And does not count there. So Harris throws it back out, finds Mullins. Mullins dribbling it down the court. There goes Mullins. Going up for the basket, hits the rim, no good. And it's going to roll out of bounds. Now going back in at Mullins with the ball, currently dribbling down the court. Goes Mullins back to and stolen by JohnJay. They're not able to pick it up, however, but then 15 able to grab it. Now 33 with the ball, back to 15, up for the 2, bounces off the top of the backboard and taken by Sabinash of the Tuskers. Sabinash with the ball, able to save from going out of bounds. Now throws it, no one able to grab it, stolen by number 15 of JohnJay. JohnJay now with the ball, and something called there. It's gonna be the Tuskers ball, as it's gonna be Forbes throwing it back in for the Tuskers. There goes Mullins, dribbling it down the court. There goes Mullins. Mullins finds Goulart. Back to Harris. Going. There goes Goulart, back to Forbes. Forbes back to Mullins, going up. It's no good, but taken back by the Tuskers. Mullins going up and hits the back of the rim, does not go in. There goes Mullins, hits the rim. This time it's gonna go in, and the Tuskers add 2 more. So now on for the free throws, Mullins. First free throw is up. Bounces off the backboard, no good. Now there goes Goulart. Now up, Sabinash. Up, no good. JohnJay recovers. That's going to be JohnJay's ball. 11 throws it back in for JohnJay to 22. There goes 22, back to 11. Finds 22, going up for the 3. It's the rim, does not go in. Now going down the court, it's number 12. We got number 12 of Goulart to Mullins. Mullins with the ball now. There goes Mullins. What a play by Mullins, but like it's going to be a foul. Mullins able to get down around the defenders, but with 3:13 left and up by 9. So touched. Mullins going, stolen by JohnJay. Back to number 13 and stolen by 20. Back to number 2. And it's gonna go in again for JohnJay. 38-27 is your score. And a timeout. Looks like it's gonna be a JohnJay timeout. And if you're just getting here, I'm Benny Silk, Jaden Ferry doing the tech, along with my dad doing the camera. Thank you for everyone helping tonight. Mark Tankstrom doing the camera for the earlier game as well. And what a game we've had tonight. In the first half, it was even. It was deadlocked at halftime, 22 all. But in the third quarter, similar earlier's game, it's just been JohnJay who was able to pull away a bit in the third quarter and start our fourth. And JohnJay looks like it's going to be able to take this one with them up with 2:50 left. So the teams discuss and get ready. Head back out. They're going to head back out. Mullins with the ball. Tuskers have it. Back to Goulart. Goulart finds Sabinash. Back to Goulart. Mullins now with the ball again. Going up for the basket. Hits the back of the rim. Does not go in. And now they're... See what's going on there. Gonna be Soma's ball after all that. So they're gonna throw it back out. Forbes now to Goulart. Back to Forbes. Forbes with the ball. Going up for the three. That's going to be short. Taken by number 5 of JohnJay. Hits the rim, does not go in. So now on for, it was called before, didn't go in, but it's going to be free throws now for number 24, JohnJay. First one goes up and it goes in. Second free throw goes up and it goes in. So 40-27 is your score. But there goes Mullins. Wanna move to get down the court. Mullins trying to find someone open. Finds Goulart. Goulart to number 20. Number 20 of Lone. Now Savanash is going to throw it back in, but it's going to be JohnJay who's able to steal the ball there. 2 going up for the basket, and it goes in again for JohnJay. JohnJay pulling away up, and they are up by 15 late in this one. Number 12 with the ball. Back to number 1. Back to Goulart. And it's going to be taken by 24. And what must have happened is JohnJay, coach, talked to the team and said, we need to play better. And that is exactly what they did in the second half. They came out with a game plan and they were able to execute, as we see right here, in both games today, actually. As now, after it was tied at 22, it is currently a 42-27 game for JohnJay. So now with the ball, and their defense really stepping up. Now with the ball, it's gonna be 12 who shoots it up, no good. And now number 2, back to 24, and now up for the basket was number 5. It does not go in for JohnJay. 1:02 left. JohnJay is gonna get the ball back as there was a foul. 2 throws to 5, back to 23. It goes up and it goes in. Now going down the court, it's Mullins for the Tuskers. There goes Mullins. Going up. And stolen by 24. To 23. Now with the ball, it's Forbes again. 33 seconds left. And going up, and Goulart gets the basket for the Tuskers, and back to a 15-point game. But this game is pretty much over, as I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. Doing 2 games back-to-back, and I'm glad everything was able to work out with the setup and everything. Did the first one basically solo for a good part of it, and yeah. But I want to thank everyone who tuned in and watched our broadcast tonight. And it looks like it's going to be JohnJay who will be sweeping the girls' games. And I'm going to wait to find out what's the latest with the boys' games. Going up, and it goes in. Now going down the court, it's Mullins for the Tuskers as the clock says 0, and that is your final score. 46-29 is your final score in this one, and the JohnJay is going to take this one. Currently in the boys varsity game, it is currently JohnJay who is leading the Tuskers big, 45-29. But I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. I'm Benny Silk. Thank you for watching our broadcast tonight. It's JohnJay who will take this one. And that is game. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a great night. I'll see you next time. And stay tuned for a live interview. We'll be the thoughts of from the Soma. And the interviews will be put in our next episode. Thank you and have a good night.